horrific story in California of these 13 children who are rescued from their parents' home of horrors. Alex Stone, you're outside the courthouse. What's going on today?
Hey, McGraw. Well, there's going to be a hearing today. It'll be the first hearing. David and Louise Turpin will hear the many charges of torture that they are facing. They got a public defender last night who is going to be their defense counsel, and typically they would be asked at this arraignment to enter a plea, but the fact that they only got their attorney last night would be an indication that typically the attorney will come in and say, all right, I am now representing them, but we need more time to look over this case, and can we delay this arraignment? So it'll be the first time we'll see them today and hear from them. They'll hear the charges against them, but there's a real good chance that this may be delayed today, and they may actually enter a plea later on. But they will be in court here today.
More stories are coming out about how these 13 children were held captive in the house. What's the story of them being robots?
Yeah, many of the neighbors around the current home say that they never saw the children, but at their previous home, about a half an hour or so away in the town of Marietta, neighbors say they did see them, very infrequently, but they did see them. Mike Clifford is one of those neighbors. He says he saw very odd behavior through upstairs windows when he would come home from the graveyard shift. Here's what he's telling us.
As far as that late at night, almost every other night, just them marching in a single file line, room to room, between the two rooms on the left. I think they have Jack and Jill bathroom, so it connects. So yeah, they would just walk in circles.
Yeah, he says that single-file marching would last until 3 o'clock in the morning, that he didn't know what was going on. He thought that it was punishment of some kind, but they would see them marching in these single-file lines for hours on end. And he says that the children would only come out in the evening every once in a while in a single-file line to get into a van. The family would drive off, come back 24 hours later, again in the evening, and in single file, they would walk out of the van and into the house and close the door. Only once or twice his wife was able to talk to them, and he says that they would answer in unison, very robotic-like, monotone voices. He says it was very bizarre. Nothing at the time that seemed illegal to call the cops on, but he said it was just weird every time they had any kind of interaction.
What's this other story of this niece or this cousin who now says that looking back on it, she thought violated as a kid?
Yeah, this is the sister of Louise Turpin. She lives in the southeast, and she says she lived with them for some time when she was 20, 21 years old, and when they were in Texas. This was about 20 years ago. But she says that when she would try to take a shower, that they would come in and stand there and watch her taking the shower, that it seemed like that David Turpin was kind of always lurking and always watching, and the family was very, very strict on their kids and demand that they look them straight in the eye and give back the Bible verses, the very long Bible verses that they had studied and that they had memorized, that it was a very strict family.
Alex Stone, ABC News correspondent. Just say a prayer for those kids. Alex, thanks for checking in. Have a good day.
You got it. Thanks for coming.
You got it. 654, Big 550 K.